We're joined now by our political analyst, Sandeep Kaushik. Sandeep, thanks for being here. I want to dig into these numbers, this data. She's ahead by 1,346 votes. What kind of numerical miracle would it take for Bruce Harrell to take the lead back in this race?
Yeah, I just don't think there are going to be enough ballots left to count to make it at all realistic that we could see the mayor catch up. Now, as we saw in the interview, Katie says we are still in recount territory, so we're going to see a machine recount here probably, unless the final votes push it out of that range. And so you know, you never know for sure, but right now with a more than 1,300 vote lead, she looks to be this race looks to be all but done.
And it has to be 2,000 or fewer votes to kick in an automatic recall. She's hoping to be ahead by more than 2,000, so there is no recall.
That's right. It's the 2,000 vote thing, but it's also 1/2 of 1%. And right now, she's only ahead by 0.4. So if it goes up to a little over 0.5, it could push it out of the automatic recount territory.
Okay.
All right. And what the folks at home were not able to see is kind of your reactions in real time, hearing Katie Wilson's remarks right there. What are you thinking after hearing what she had to say to Alejandra?
I found what Katie was saying there really, really fascinating, because she's obviously a self-described socialist candidate who's ran very much on the left here as an outsider, as a change agent, talking about progressive revenue. But what she was really talking about there first was, hey, look, I'm going to take our existing resources and make some reforms and reprioritize some spending before I go to new taxes. Now, she obviously was not ruling out new revenue. She said to get to scale on her ideas, it's probably going to require that, but at least she's talking now about working under the existing, formula before turning to taxes and revenue. I think that's an interesting shift for her.
I mean, I don't think anyone wants to lead with taxes, though, right?
Well, she has been a long-time strong advocate of progressive revenue, and she ran on that stuff. And so, look, I think we should assume that there will be kind of additional revenue proposals that come forward as she sort of takes office. But I do think it's interesting that she's coming out of the gate saying, I really want to look at how we're spending our current dollars and can we get a better result out of our existing resources. That's an interesting position and a kind of shift for her to take a little bit.
So you have worked on campaigns in the past for Seattle mayor. The candidate won. They go into office. Realistically, governing is a whole lot different than running. So what kind of challenges is she going to face in this first 100 days, Sandeep?
Well, every new administration has what I call a shakeout cruise, where they've got to kind of take what they put on paper and the org chart and actually live it in reality, and that means they're going to have to make adjustments and change. And that's going to be particularly bigger for Katie. She is an outsider. She's never been in city government, so not only is she going to have to come in and figure out, where are the bathrooms in this place, but also kind of figure out how the levers of city government work. It's a big operation. It's complicated, thousands and thousands of employees, and with an entire, probably very significantly new staff, new people coming in with her. So they're going to have to make all those adjustments.
All right, Sandeep Kaushik, thank you very much. We certainly appreciate it. Thank you.